Most gardeners spend hundreds of dollars every year on seeds, pots, fertilizers, and accessories. And yet, by the time summer arrives, half of what they hoped for never even makes it out of the ground. What if the problem isn't your garden, but the information you've been given? There are 12 techniques that experienced self-sufficient growers have been quietly using for decades. No expensive equipment, no specialty products, just knowledge and the things you already have in your kitchen, your garage, and your recycling bin. Stay until the end, because hack number 8 is the one almost nobody talks about, and it can save an entire growing season. What you learn in the next 10 minutes will change the way you look at your garden permanently. Not a single one of these techniques will cost you a dime. Everything is based on what you already own or can get for free. And here's the key. These methods aren't just for experienced growers. They were built for beginners, especially for anyone who's tried before and walked away frustrated. By the end of this video, you'll know how to turn kitchen trash into seed-starting pots, why you should intentionally stop watering your tomatoes for 7 days after planting, and how an old rain gutter makes transplanting effortless forever. Let's get into it. Growing your own food is not a new idea. Not that long ago, it was completely normal for families across America to grow a large share of their vegetables right at home, in backyard plots and community gardens, not as a hobby, out of necessity. What developed over generations was an enormous body of practical knowledge. How to get the most harvest from the least effort, how to reuse every resource, and how to let nature do the work instead of fighting it. That knowledge didn't disappear because it stopped working. It disappeared because it can't be sold. No company profits when you use a yogurt container as a plant label. Nobody's filing a patent on laying potatoes under straw mulch. What we now call a hack used to just be common sense. Passed down at the garden fence, through letters, and in dog-eared notebooks. Nobody marketed it. Nobody needed to. This video brings 12 of those techniques back. All free, all proven, all simple enough to start today. Hack 1. Yogurt containers as plant labels. Yogurt cups, sour cream containers, and ice cream tubs end up in the trash every day. But inside each one is a free, durable plant label. Cut them into strips about ½ an inch wide and write on the plain inner side using a waterproof permanent marker. These labels hold up through multiple seasons, rain and direct sun. Neighbors and family are almost always happy to save them for you. Hack 2. Cardboard tubes as seed-starting pots. Toilet paper rolls make great seed-starting containers, especially for peas, beans, and other crops with deep taproots. Fill with compost, plant your seeds, and store the tubes upright in an old ice cream tub to keep them stable. Or make 4 cuts at the bottom and fold the flaps inward to form a base. At transplant time, put the whole tube in the ground. The cardboard breaks down in the soil, so the roots are never disturbed and the plant experiences far less transplant stress. Hack 3. Pallets as plastic-free seed trays. Wooden pallets, free at many businesses and warehouses, can be turned into large plastic-free seed trays with basic tools. One critical rule: only use pallets stamped HT, which stands for heat treated. That means the wood was sanitized with heat, not chemical fumigants. Pallets marked MB were treated with methyl bromide and should never be used around food crops. Hack 4. Multi-sowing. More plants, less compost made popular by no-dig gardening advocate Charles Dowding. Multi-sowing means planting several seeds together in a single module. Beets, radishes, and turnips do well with 4 to 5 seeds per cell. The seedlings grow as a cluster and push apart naturally. The result: less compost, fewer modules, and significantly less time sowing and thinning. Hack 5. Rain gutter as a transplanting system. Find an old rain gutter. Check the curb on trash day, ask a neighbor, or look in your garage. Fill it with compost and sow peas or salad greens directly into it. When the seedlings are ready, dig a shallow trench, tilt the gutter, and slide the entire row straight into the furrow in one smooth motion. No individual transplanting, no root disturbance, no wasted time. Hack 6. Bamboo cane as a seed furrow tool. For perfectly straight, evenly deep seed furrows, cut a length of bamboo just slightly narrower than your raised bed. Press it firmly into the soil, lift it up, and you have a clean planting line ready to go. No bamboo? An old broom handle works just as well. Hack 7. Growing potatoes under mulch. Place seed potatoes on the surface of your bed and cover them with a thick layer of mulch. Straw, old hay, or fall leaves all work. Once shoots push through, add another layer on top. When the plants have finished flowering, pull the mulch aside and collect your potatoes. No digging required. Hack 8. Deliberately. Withholding water from tomatoes. This sounds wrong. It isn't. After transplanting a tomato seedling and giving it one thorough initial watering, hold off for around 7 days. The temporary dryness encourages roots to grow deeper in search of moisture, producing a stronger, more established root system that gives the plant better access to nutrients and makes it far more resilient through summer heat. Keep an eye out for serious wilting and adjust if conditions are extreme. Hack 9. Bramble canes as a slug deterrent. Thorny bramble canes, easy to find growing wild in most suburban areas, can be cut into 12-inch sections and arranged in a ring around seedlings. Stack 2 to 3 layers for more protection. It won't stop every slug, but it's a reliable physical deterrent that noticeably reduces damage to young plants. Hack 10. Weeding at the right time of day. Pull weeds at or just before peak midday heat. The uprooted plants dry out fast in the sun. Leave them on the surface of your bed. They break down, return nutrients to the soil, and save you the trip to the compost pile. Hack 11. Monthly planting plans instead of annual ones. A monthly plan is what actually keeps a garden productive. Planning month by month lets you spot upcoming gaps before they happen. Start seedlings in advance and transplant them the moment a crop is harvested. 2 to 3 full harvests from the same bed in one growing season become entirely realistic. Hack 12. Sowing dried peas from your kitchen pantry. Those dried peas at the back of your pantry? Plant them. They grow indoors and outdoors and produce not just pea pods but also pea shoots, a delicious addition to salads. Soak them in water for about an hour before sowing to speed up germination. There's a reason these techniques don't show up in most gardening guides, not because they don't work, but because they cost nothing. A system built around selling seed catalogs, specialty soil mixes, and branded grow lights has no interest in you knowing that a bamboo cane replaces a furrow tool, or that a rain gutter outperforms most commercial transplanting systems, or that the packaging you throw away every week is all you need to start seeds. This knowledge exists. It was passed down by gardeners who understood that a productive garden doesn't need a budget. It needs attention. It needs timing. It needs the willingness to look at what you already have and see what it can do. What can't be patented doesn't get promoted. What can't be sold doesn't appear in ads. And what doesn't appear in ads, most people eventually start to assume simply doesn't exist at all. These 12 techniques are proof that it does. Self-sufficiency hasn't gotten more expensive. It's just gotten louder, more marketed, more packaged. The garden that feeds you year-round doesn't need a startup investment. It needs the knowledge you now have. Pick one of these 12 techniques today, just one. Put it into practice this week, not next month, not when the new seed order arrives. Today, your garden doesn't wait for the perfect moment, and neither should you. The soil is already there. The knowledge is too. What grows next? That's up to you now.